So, good afternoon, everyone. Today we are assigned to pick a business related topic. So, I have chosen the ethical communication. Basically, ethical communication, according to the National Communication Association, NCA, it enhances humans' worth and dignity by fostering truthfulness, fairness, responsibility, personal integrity, and respect for self and others. What is this? So it's basically saying that when you're communicating with someone, if it's either by talking, by writing, or by any signs, you have to remember to implement your principal morals. And what are your principal morals? Well, basically they are being respectful, having integrity, being honest, and considering others. So right now I'm going to explain in more detail as to what I mean by this. So let's start with, by being honest. So when you're giving information, you have to have accurate information. You have to know what you're talking about. You have to know different points of view. You have to know facts. You cannot go up to someone and just start blurring out things that you just think they might have happened or think that they're truth, because that is not ethical at all. The more information, if you don't know something, just don't say it, because then you're just giving someone wrong facts that there might be going to someone up to someone and being like, hey, I know this, and it's just gonna be not nice. So just be honest, be truthful with your facts, have accurate information, and be knowledgeable about it. And by that, you also have to know how to portray it and show it and explain it to someone else. Another thing is, don't manipulate, because it's not ethical. What I mean by manipulating is maybe you or someone is changing the numbers of business plans to just make it seem like it's being profitable, and that's honestly not ethical. As to someone is looking at those numbers and relying on them as if their business is making profit or if it's losing money. And by you manipulating those numbers, you are just changing someone's expectations of the business, and maybe if you give them the correct numbers where it's showing that they're losing money, they might be able to come up with a solution. But if someone is manipulating them and making them seem like the business is doing great, that solution is never going to be implemented, and the business is never going to prosper. Other thing is being respectful. When you're talking, you like to be listened, and you like for there not to be any interruptions, and for people to genuinely be paying attention to you. So by respect, you give it to someone else as well. So when you're listening to someone talk, just remember to listen, remember to pay attention, and remember to be polite and not interrupt them when they're presenting, because honestly that is very unethical to do. Another thing is to have integrity. You have to know when something is right and when something is wrong, and you have to be the better person and be able to make the right choice, make the right decision as to what is right. If you say that if an employee is calling sick, but you already in reality know that he is going to a basketball game, but then you know this other employee that is genuinely sick or has their kids sick, and they didn't got the date because this other employee is being not honest about his excuse, then you have to be ethical. You have to know what is right and what is wrong and when to say it. So that would be a perfect example. Also, like integrity, you will not go and lie to someone else's face and say this is an amazing product when in reality it isn't. because that is also being unethical and not being honest. And it comes with a lot of more things. So like I said, you can be unethical comes, it's a weird term, like when you're talking when someone else is talking, that's you being unethical. That's you not having ethical communication. So now you know what are some ways that you can be ethical. Like I say, pointed out in my previous explanations, you can listen to people talking, and that is respecting them. You also have to respect their opinion. Some people are not going to agree with what you agree, and that's completely fine. Also, having integrity, you also have to be able to make the right choice and willing to make it, because that's having courage, and not many people have it, and the few of us that have it, we have to make a change in our society. And like I said, stay honest, say accurate information. You don't want someone going around and giving out the wrong impression or information just because you gave it to them. So the reason why I picked this topic is because I believe that nowadays people don't seem to know what is ethical, don't know what ethical communication is. They give wrong facts. They don't care as long as they're making a sale, they're making money, they're looking better in front of other people's eyes. And to me, that is very selfish, very unethical, is disrespectful to some people, and as well is not a way that things should be done, and is nothing professional. So now you know some ways that you can be ethical and communicate with someone else. Now you know what is not considered ethical, so you can keep an eye out and watch and learn. Like now we're humans, we grow, and now this is a step or a way where you can grow as a person and as in your professional life. So thank you for listening to me. This is it.